What is going on, guys? It is the JT NBA report here with my 2017 through 2018 NBA season preview. Now, some of you guys may be asking yourselves, why are you going ahead and starting the season preview if free agency isn't exactly over yet? And this is because, well, all the big name free agents have already been signed. So at this point, there really is no reason to wait any longer. There are really no more game-changing players in free agency, and the only ones that will, their rosters will only change minimally, such as the Brooklyn Nets. If the Wizards do indeed match Otto Porter's offer, the Nets roster, at best they could probably only get KCP, which will not make that big a difference in the long run. So anyways, I'm going to be going through all 30 NBA teams and talking about where I think they will finish. And we are starting with number 30, the Sacramento Kings. Now, the Kings have usually kind of been not really one of the higher ranked teams, but they've always been somewhat of a... People always thought they had a chance because they had DeMarcus Cousins. And this is, of course, really their first year without DeMarcus Cousins. But the Kings actually had, I believe, one of the best off seasons in the entire league. They lost players they didn't really need, such as Langston Galloway, who is now with Detroit, and a couple other pieces, such as Rudy Gay, who's with the Spurs, who got injured last year, tore his ACL. But they actually gained a lot more. They drafted De'Aaron Fox, who is a great player in college, and I believe will be a great player in the NBA. So it's Justin Jackson, a very complete player. Frank Mason, who is one of the best scorers coming out of the draft, I believe, and in college last year. And Harry Giles, who, while he may be a risk, the reward could be much greater. And then in free agency, they signed a lot of savvy veterans. As you can see number 50 Zach Randolph out there from the Memphis Grizzlies. Vince Carter also from the Memphis Grizzlies. And they also signed George Hill, who is a very nice pickup. So looking at this team, they definitely gained a lot more than what they lost. And that's quite impressive. This is really the first Kings offseason in a while where I've said they actually made decent moves. Now, if you look at the starting lineup, it's a pretty nice mix of young talent and veterans. We have, of course, De'Aaron Fox manning the point, Buddy Hield at the shooting guard, Vince Carter. I could also see them starting Justin Jackson, but I believe they'll start Vince Carter first. The small forward, Zach Randolph at the power forward, and Willie Cauley-Stein at center. And let me just say, Willie Cauley-Stein is one of the most underrated big man in the league. I think he has massive potential. And off the bench, their sixth man is George Hill, who I believe will be a great mentor to De'Aaron Fox. And I believe that he will help De'Aaron Fox's improvement drastically. Now, my big prediction, or my bold prediction for this Kings team is that De'Aaron Fox will improve to be a solid all-around point guard. Yeah, I know that's not really a bold prediction, but there's really nothing else I can say. The West is stacked this year, so I can't really see any of their players making the All-Star team. They don't really have many big-name players I could say, oh, they're going to get traded or anything. They are a young, up-and-coming team, and let me just say, if you're a Kings fan, I believe you really do have something that you can, for once, be excited about. Anyways, guys, that about does it for number 30, the Sacramento Kings. Next time, we will be looking at number 29. It is not the Chicago Bulls, but it is an Eastern Conference team. So be looking forward to that. Thank you guys for watching.